And welcome back, everybody. So, another Holocure stream, a little bit of a shorter one today, which is why I went with Holocure. Also fairly unplanned, so we'll see whether anyone turns up. Yeah, I do kind of want to get Reine out of the way to progress a little bit more. I have been quite frustrated with playing her, so getting that over with might be a good idea. It's been a while, so I probably should have a look at what we are dealing with before we jump into this. I'm just seeing that. Oh yeah, we have no game BGM. Why don't we have no? Why don't we have any game BGM? Just give me a moment. Where should you be coming from? Oh, you're coming from that one. Right. I forgot about you. Sure. Let's mute you for a moment because I have no idea what is going to turn up here. What is going to turn up here? Right. That is getting captured through the mic. That is not good. Not good at all. All right. So I can't have that. What am I going to do with you? What am I going to do with you? I know that I can turn on the music in Holocure. I know that's fine. But since I don't know who the music is from, because yes, I have not gone through the credits yet, I'm kind of reluctant to actually do that. So what I'm gonna do instead is I'm gonna get my headset real quick, and I'm gonna, well, the one that works, kind of, and we'll see how that goes. Be right back. Yeah, I got some earbuds. I don't really want to bother with a full headset right now, but earbuds tend to be quite, I guess temperamental would be the correct choice of phrase here when it comes to working with Windows. So we'll see how that goes. It's a bit sad, but that's unfortunately what it is. Bluetooth, Bluetooth, Bluetooth. Are you actually connected? No, you're not connected. Can I connect you? Do I have to reconnect you completely? Probably do. As always. All right, let's put these in here. Push the reconnect for both. I don't get it. We'll see whether they work. Please do, because I do not want to get my headset going. Oh. Yep. They are. They seem to be connected. All right. We'll see how that goes. Okay. That sounded like the disconnect sound. Please don't. It was the disconnect sound. Great. Thanks. That did not work. Like, I don't get it. It should handle like a Bluetooth headset. It does not. I don't know why. Like, it's not rocket science. I don't get it. It could be easy. It is not. Like, why? Samsung, why? Why do you have to be special? Is it Samsung? It is Samsung. I want to say something wrong there. Yeah, it's, I guess, hang on, do I have the monitoring thing? Do I have the monitoring dock? I do have the audio monitor dock. Where did you go? I just activated it. I don't see it anywhere. It says it's somewhere. It is not here, not here. It is... Nope, nope. Audio mixer? Nope, nope. Streaming multicasting, vertical stuff, scenes. What are you? No, those were not the scene transitions. You're there. I don't really need you for the most part, but I do kind of want to know. Oh. Oh, there. Of course, in the middle of everything. All right, where do you go? Yeah, but where to? That's the big question. What's the output? The stream? To where? What's the output device? Oh, I should have configured this beforehand. Okay. Well, I guess we're gonna do some configuration on the side. Don't you love it when a plan comes together? Okay, so that goes there, which is why. Well, this still displays over the global output, doesn't? No, it shouldn't. It should capture that completely. So if I don't have the BGM on there, but I kind of do want that on there. So we're gonna pump that out to standard, which is fine. Okay, and then I want you to show me the stream, just the stream. Do I want just the stream? No, I don't just, well, I mean, that's what it's there for, to be entirely honest. But that's not necessarily what I want to monitor the entire time. So don't give me the stream. Give me... Hang on, if it is monitoring the stream and it's going to standard, I should now be hearing that, shouldn't I? So that is not quite working as it should. All right, well, impromptu session of audio debugging. Don't you love that? The answer is no, you don't love that, because I don't love that. It's stupid. That's this stuff. That is that stuff. No, it should be in here. I should be able to... Yeah, I should be able to connect that to there, and then I should be able to... well, maybe it doesn't allow that. It would be kind of stupid, but could be possible. Let's actually select a device that we want to use. So if I go for... Which one would it be? This one? Test 1 2? No. Oh yeah, because right now this is fully deactivated. Let's go for the stream. Let's show that. Okay. It's not playing that for some reason, but it's showing that. Let's go for voice. Let's go for foreground. Let's go for I don't really need the notifications, but I do want the BGM to be in here. I don't really need you, my friend. Let's deactivate you. That will give us a little bit more real estate down here to play with. And I don't really want the... Well, I kind of do want to see the stream. But what I would also like to do is actually have some stuff showing. Like, that's foreground. So if I go over this one, yeah, that actually shows us foreground. The BGM is currently off because I... Oh! Hello, Yang. Yeah. The plan was to get Reine up to Gachikoi, but I ran into some audio trouble that I'm trying to debug right now. So, might be a little bit delayed. OBS, for some reason, the audio monitoring doesn't want to cooperate, and the Samsung Galaxy Buds 2 that I'm using refuse to connect themselves. And the only alternative is to use a studio headset that I have, which is unfortunately quite warm. And it's still quite warm here, so not really what I want to use, but I probably will have to get this going forward, and I probably will have to debug this stuff later. Yeah, it seems that way. Just should have been like a simple 1 hour stream to do just before going to bed, but yeah, that for some reason well, I said for some reason, it is the in curse, isn't it? All right, let's see whether this works. Oh, I forgot about that. This will be interesting. Does it actually recognize it, or does it immediately disconnect? I have been struggling with the new... it does say that it's using these, so let's see. Am I actually hearing it here? Yeah. Okay, it's only in the headset. I'm not playing for leaderboards. I can tell you that much. I'm looking for like viable builds. I have a couple of achievements that I still have to get, and I'm just trying to get everyone to Gachikoi at this point, which is a bit of a slog to go through. I mean, stage 5 or stage 5 hard? That's the big question. I'm assuming stage 5 hard. Because I am not even on stage 5 hard. I have trouble going through the math problem. It's the problem isn't the mathematics. The problem is reading it, moving on screen, and oh, okay. Well, let me show you how far I've actually come. I'm currently at... Yeah, this one, beating this one is beyond me at this point. I think with the right build, like a really high defense build or a high life build, I could probably go through the math problem, but I wasn't aware that they didn't. Again, like I haven't done stage 4 hard, so I don't know what comes after it. I assumed that there was a stage 5. Unfortunately, the wiki hasn't updated in a while. Yeah, I was just going through her build at the moment before the trouble hit. So I think that's what I'm gonna look into again. It's been a while. I have like not played Holocure in a month or so, which is not good. I should plan at least to do like a game or 2 per week. It's normally not long, like you can do one in an hour with the setup and everything. Oh! Oh, GG, okay. Oh yeah, yeah. Well, let's see. Holocure. Yeah, I was using the fandom.com. Wiki.gg, you say. I wasn't aware that they moved it. Oh, that definitely looks different. Well, that's what adblock is for. let's be honest here. Uh, I have fallen into the trap of like finding a small like wiki. Was it a wiki thing, or was it I think it was some kind of board uh with some info that my sister needed, and I sent her the link, and she asked me what kind of page am I forwarding for her, am I forwarding her to, because the ads were, well, they were 18 plus, and I didn't know. I just didn't know, because yeah, ad block. Right. Hang on, let me jump over here, and then we can actually have a look at that. What am I going to do with you? Now everything's getting cluttered. I don't need you right now. Don't need you right now. I definitely don't need you right now. I don't need the settings right now. All right. Yeah, yeah. I mean, she understood it once I explained it to her, but yeah, that was a little bit awkward. Okay, just need to move that over here, and then this should be fine. Now I could, oh no, yeah, all right. So, that's the new wiki. Okay, I wasn't aware of it. That looks a lot cleaner. Although I have to admit, I did prefer the drop-down navigation that that the old one had. But I think I'll be able to cope. Pavolia. I always want to say Pavlovia, and I don't know why. Oh. Yeah, I mean, again, for the time being, like I will do the leaderboard runs once I've done the full Gachikoi and all the achievements. But yeah, I'm very interested, because I haven't looked into builds at all. I'm just like going in. I don't want to say blind, because I have played it for quite a while, but looking at I'm mainly looking at like the skill sets and what might work with that. For Reina, it's a bit. It's been hit and miss. um, the build isn't great. I like most of the stuff on paper. Like, her skills aren't bad. I think the special is a bit. It's all right. I think there could be more Holocoin synergy, but like the haste is good. Uh, I wish that this would scale. I don't know whether that would break anything. Additionally, there's Wind Blast. It's been a while. Attention, please. Everything gain 1 crit. 150. Like for other characters, I think like this would scale. I think that the 150 pixel, that would scale. So I think there could be a bit of rebalancing done, but yeah, it's workable for the time being. When picking up holo coins, gain 1 royalty, increase crit damage. Yeah, that's the holo coin synergy. I think my build currently is speccing too much into the holo coins. This never falls below the 7 seconds with what with what I have, which is excessive. So not 7 seconds. It's 30 seconds. Well, let me have a look what I've actually built. Oop. What did I go with? Item-wise, I went with Sake because I went for the crit. I didn't go for the GWS. That is an interesting one. I went with Super Chat time, not membership. I know that the way that you gain holo coins is the rate of 3, or then if you upgrade it, I think it goes down. I think it goes down to 1. I'm not quite sure. Like that is perfectly fine. You can very easily cope with that if you calculate the amount of coins that you get on average per game compared to what you would spend at 3 per second. That is easily compensated. I saw someone do the analysis on that, so that's perfectly fine. I did go with focus shades, yes. I went with Tiara. I tend to always go with Tiara because that's the only way to even... I had, like, in the first build that I have, I did have Beetle, which helps with wind magic. I don't think Stolen Piggy Bank is really... I mean, it is a reliable source for coins, but I don't think it's needed. Again, you make so many coins. The Tiara, I don't know whether I want to keep that. I always use credit card and blacksmith gear, or study glasses and Halu as a scaling item. I don't know whether they're necessary, to be entirely honest. I use them because it does help me to complete like full collab builds, which again I'm not sure that it is really necessary. Yeah, something will have to... Oh no, we are at 10. Okay. Yeah, the Promised Tiara I primarily have for the stamps, because the stamps are so random. If you get Promised Tiara and the stamp, so the stamp that gives you stamps, you generally can get the ideal combination for what you're trying to build. All in all, I'm not quite sure that's like good value. With the haste and the crit for her build, sure. She's a crit coin build, essentially. Outside of that, yeah, I'm like, these are my 3 items that I plan to drop, and then the crit is going into a super collab. Yeah, the Promised Tiara, I haven't found a build where I didn't use it yet. For the weapons, I can't remember what I actually picked for her. I know that I went with ranged and multi-shots exclusively because, you know, they do benefit from the focus shades. What was it? Yeah, I mean, I am thinking that I probably will do that unless it's a haste or crit character, because you do get a lot of them with the Promised Tiara, so it does kind of help. But only 30% drop rate is not a lot. So I'll try. I'll try with this combo, and I'll see how this goes. This will be my first time using membership, I gotta be honest. So that is gonna be interesting. Where's the collab list? Here's the collab list. Let's jump back over to the I'm gonna have to rearrange the chat in this window. This is not readable on screen, I just realized. Let's pull you back. It's gonna be interesting to see how that works in the game then. If I put you over here, will that help? Kind of. We'll see. We'll see how that goes. All right. Well, I could probably make you smaller a little bit. That would probably help as well. I don't know why you'll... Oh, that's not what I wanted to do. I remember now. You are not what you're supposed to be, because you're also the other overlays. Oof. So that's fine on this screen. That is not fine on that screen. Yeah, I'm fairly new to streaming, so I'm still figuring a lot of stuff out, if you couldn't tell. So we're gonna move you there for now. I guess on the screen, that's fine. All right, sorry. Still figuring stuff out. All right. Collapse. There, that's where we were. Melee. Oh, these are these are not. Oh, these are names sorted by name. So we want to sort by type. Does work. Nice. Don't want any melee. I think I went with Bone Bros. Did I go with Bone Bros? Let's see. I do have EN, Curse, and I don't have Cutting Board, so apparently not. I know that I went with Mikorone. No, I did not, because I don't have lava, but I did go with some sort of multi-shot. I did go with the sake because that's the super collab item that I went with. I think I went with Ring of Fitness because of the bonus of Bounce Ball for her. I do have Ex Potato. And that is not my... I don't think that is my dropped item. Unless I used sausage in something. Huh. Oh yeah, Eldritch Horror for healing. That's what it was. And that's a range, so that benefits from focus shades. And I didn't go for Mikomet, although that is a fairly solid base pick. Yeah, I'm interested. What would the base build be for her? Do weapons does weapon selection really matter, or is it just a question of whatever you feel like? Again, I haven't really looked into like building for leaderboards yet. Did I go for... I might have gone for Lightning Wiener. Because I can't see any... Oh. Okay, yeah. I see. Yeah, once I've completed Gachikoi, that's probably what I'm gonna do. Trying the solo weapon run. Can't have been Frozen Sea, definitely wasn't Flattening Board. Yeah, like in I would agree. It makes like grinding for the Gachikoi a lot easier. But there is like I've been pretty much two-shot by the end boss of I can't remember, stage 2 hard, I think. Because admittedly that was my fault. I didn't pay attention for him for a second, but that that end boss immediately erased me. And that was quite a disappointment because I was through the rest of the game, and then at the 30-minute mark, 20-minute mark, that essentially immediately erased me. So we have CO's tiers. We have that one. So it's, yeah, it must be Lightning Wiener that I went with. Interestingly. So Elder Toro, Snowflower, Sake, Ring of Fitness, Lightning Wiener, because it's pluck type and either potato or wiener. And I don't see a combination. Hang on. This should tell us. Holobomb, Fan Beam. I do have Fan Beam. Did I go with Dragonfire on this? Which one do we need more? Dragonfire would probably be better, to be entirely honest. It does interfere with the main weapon. Lightning Wiener's more of a multi... It's more of a large area effect thing. Both aren't viable. Let's go with Lightning Wiener. So we have as a final one, we're gonna keep Ex Potato. No. Yeah, we're gonna drop Fan Beam, we're gonna keep Ex Potato, I suppose. But then Ex Potato fills the same slot as Lightning Wiener. Yeah, I don't like that. Okay, we're gonna go with Dragonfire, and we're gonna use Ex Potato, and we're gonna drop Wiener. Okay, that's what we're gonna go with. Sure. Yeah, it's a bit of a grind fest. Right, this is gonna be interesting. First time with those items. So let's head out there and let's have a look. Reine, there you are. Yeah, we're gonna go stage mode. We have cleared 2 of those. We've cleared stage 1 hard. I don't like stage 3. I have trouble with stage 4. We're gonna go stage 2. Health potion. I found the trouble with the projectile shield is that it doesn't work on boss stuff. Yeah, I do wanna go with the solo weapon at some point, because I think there are some interesting builds that can work really well. I mean, if it's viable for her, I wouldn't mind trying, but for the Gachikoi, eh. Would you disable the Gachikoi for that? Like the what is it called? Like the fandom stuff. I mean, gotta be entirely honest. I don't mind going solo weapon on this. That was in the shop, isn't it? In the armory, no, in the upgrades. I don't mind trying. It's in here, isn't it? Yeah. Weapon limit. Yeah. Well, gotta be honest, I'm not quite sure that I can survive the entire thing, so I'll just try it once to see how it goes. But I don't have high hopes, I gotta be honest. I don't care about that one. Should I go for a hard immediately, or should I go with like one of the lower stages to get used to the single weapon stuff? The normal stages. Can be done, okay. Yeah, but I assume none of the hard stages then. I'll try. I'll try the Halloween castle for now, and we'll see how that goes. I don't have any healing items, but on the normal stages, I never really use that on normal stage. I wouldn't mind going no support. Oh, no super items as well. They drop so rarely. Like I've had characters with super items that got like, I think the most I got was like 2 super items per run. And I've had character that consistently got them, and then I've had runs where I've gone for a week or 2 without getting anything. Yeah, we could go for that. Character buy upgrades, other. I mean, collab ban, sure. We are not going to get any collabs without this. Item limit, we're not going to do that. Super ban, super items will not drop. Yeah, they didn't drop for her anyway. The G rank I'll keep on for now. HP set 1? Nope. Yeah, I don't mind trying this. I mean, this is maxed out. This is maxed out. So we should be good. Yeah, I'm gonna try Halloween Castle. I didn't see disabling support items anywhere. I mean, I can just choose not to have one. But I think I'm gonna keep the heal for now, just to see how that plays. Immediately running into stuff. Ooh. An early scaling item is good. I don't need anything else right now. The haste up would be nice to have, but stats aren't that important in the early game, to be entirely honest. Another scaling item. Nice. I don't know whether dealing more damage early game is actually more important than getting the scaling items. Definitely gonna be that one. And the blacksmith gear. Alright, that's really good. Eliminate these. We have these level 1. Let's get the scaling done first. And we got the beetle. I kind of need to get the sake in a moment, so I'm not quite sure that I should go for this. I will take that, however, because it is our only damage dealer, the base weapon, so that will be very interesting. I never had that. Holo coin. Should I go for that right away? I've never done this, so I have no idea how the balancing is on that. Increase attack by 30% and take 10% less damage is really powerful, though. And we are getting holo coins from our skills, so we are gonna go with that immediately. Sure. We are gonna go with the sake first, because that is... Oh, I forgot. No super collab. All right. Yeah, I probably should have gone through the items because they are built with the super collabs in mind. So I'm gonna drop one more item because that is now not going away. I forgot about that. That's gonna be... Oh, I don't need the scaling items as a result, so that balances out. But now I did already take them. All right, so probably we're gonna do a second run. Right. Oh, I forgot how much that changes. I mean, I could go with Kusugaki Shackles and do some more uh, negatives instead of doing that. Oh, the lose 3 holocoins doesn't scale. Okay, that's good to know. It doesn't scale down. We're gonna go with the primary weapon. Ow. Do I go with Beetle? Or do I go with what else? What else did I pick item-wise? Yeah, I shouldn't have picked the blacksmith gear. It's not worth it on this. That was something. That was certainly something. All right, let's get this awakened. Well, sure. All right. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna have to rethink how all of this plays together when you don't have the super collapse, because I mean, the sake still is fairly decent, but yeah, these two don't make sense in this setting with the restrictions that this brings. So, gain 2 crit for each target within terms of time reduce. Now we're gonna go with this. We are gonna go with that. All right. Uh, For the leaderboards, do you go with the stage mode or do you go with something else? Do you go with the endless mode or the challenge mode? I have no idea how the leaderboards work, to be entirely honest. Or are those different leaderboards altogether? This is kind of annoying that I have that. Could have been so much better. Because, yeah, now all I can do is level these and then that's it. Ah, that's so painful. I might just restart here. I might just restart. I'll play through it and I'll have a look. But yeah, it's yeah, definitely want to get the wind magic up. It is solo weapon, not because I think it's the best. Level 2 cracked. Yeah, I can see like it is fun. I can see the point. I'll take the healing, thank you very much. That now is my only healing. Well, aside from the drop stuff. Sure, let's get these upgraded, and I suppose Beetle would also be an option. Beetle would not be the worst option. Yeah, it's one of the things that I've felt like it does make it feel more grindy if you just have to go through it. And I think I'll see how this goes. Like if you're just gonna grind through it anyways, then I can see the point of using super collabs because it does make things go a lot easier and you can do like hard stages. Um, it does mean that I go with more standard build. Like it is one of the things that I realized that if I go with the super collabs, it's gonna be Promised Tiara, credit card, blacksmith gear, and then one super collab item and whatever else like kind of fits the theme of the character or the mechanics. But that was very much secondary to like the base loadout, and it did feel a little bit boring, not gonna lie. Oh, it actually survived that. Okay, well, not for long. There we go. Does that mean that I have a higher chance of getting super items? That would be a no. uh, I no, I can understand it. Like it does feel different. Like immediately, I can tell that it's not. Oh, now I'm grinding for this one, and then I'm going through this motion, and then yeah. But I am also reaching the end of the line here. I mean, it does mean that more abilities drop during level ups. So I think level ups actually become more important. So I probably. I mean, if I'm going like regular, like normal levels instead of hard levels, I'll probably pick Halu and glasses as scaling items instead of the blacksmith gear and credit card, because that it does mean I get more stat pickups, which is actually an improvement compared to the rest. And yeah, it does definitely put more emphasis on the skills of the characters you're playing. I can see that. Ooh, attack power crit, attack power crit. She's a crit build. Let's go with crit. This does feel very different to the normal runs. And I'm not at the point yet where I regret having picked the blacksmith gear and credit card. I mean, I do regret it on a well, I do regret it now because there's very little to actually do with this. Yeah, you can't enchant this. You can only upgrade it, which is that kind of takes away from all of this, and it wastes your coins, which you need. Well, I don't think I can actually level it high enough where it becomes relevant to the membership. 5 minutes in. 5 minutes in and the build is complete. Yeah. Not gonna pick those two scaling items again. But I like the no weapon run. Yep, there we go. Oh yeah, haste up, sure. And yeah. Oh, there was one thing that I always wanted to ask, and I never got the chance. Um, once you only drop coins from the Holozone packages, can you still get a super item? Because I have never seen that happen to me. And I was wondering whether because you have like no items to drop anymore, it only drops coins, or whether you still get the chance to actually get the super items. Ah, the marking stamp. I'm not a big fan of the marking stamp. I know it's good in theory. Hmm. I'd rather have the increased damage from that. Oh, it's just these guys dropping. Okay. I never understood this item. Sorry, this stamp. Should still be able to get super item. Hmm. Yeah, I would have expected it, but I have played quite a bit, and I've never seen that happen. So I was wondering. Um, I'll wait to see. I'll wait to see. I mean, with this, I won't. No, I will. I will still build. Yeah, the builds will be fairly quickly complete with this. So if it is possible, I should probably statistically see this at some point. Something dropped somewhere up here. Ooh, ooh, go away. Ooh, it's a crit one. Yeah, swap that out. And it's another anvil. Ooh, max HP. All right. I mean, the good thing is that I can continue to upgrade my main weapon. And it's a +3 for every upgrade instead of a +1. I don't know how that compares to ability boosts that I would get from level ups if I picked the other scaling. Hmm. That was surprisingly quick. And it's triple coin. Some coin, and some more coin. Yeah. Alright, yeah, that does not like dropping that many coins from the Holozone packages does mean that uh the membership is also more viable. Hmm. It does mean you have to rethink how you build this. It is quite interesting. Okay. 75% of that failed. Well, I've rolled worse dice in D&D. Worst thing I could get is a super credit card that guarantees me an anvil every minute. Speed I was at 135. I kind of want to get to 150. Because of some of the... Well, I mean, this is not the hard level, so the bosses aren't quite that difficult. Okay, I mean, we're looking fairly good. Yep, attack power. Um, ooh, I know that I know that in one of the older versions that wasn't the case. You could still get the super item despite having disabled the base item. I don't know how it is nowadays. Maybe they fixed that. Well, that's failed improvement. That's a crit upgrade and another failed improvement. All right. Well, that's how it is. And that's the reason for the speed upgrade. Because these can, like the secondary attacks from him can drop quite in a quite unfortunate pattern, is what I would say. And he's gone. Oh, I didn't have that. Nice. This one actually scales quite nicely. Do I want to exchange it for the attack stand and just stand in the middle? It does mean moving around and evading attacks is something that you don't really want to do, and that's not something that I want to encourage. It's a way of thinking that produces that might not be ideal, especially when Reine normally tends to be a fairly fragile character. I'm not quite sure that this is going to be true for her in this run, considering all the stat upgrades that she will have gotten. I didn't have to use healing once yet. And we are at the 11-minute mark. All right. More than halfway through. Ooh. It's always a difficult decision, but I think we're going to go with the haste up. I know that there's a limit to which each weapon can be hasted, and I have no idea what the peafowl feathers are. And I just realized, oh, good grief. I'm on the wrong screen the entire time. Why didn't you say anything? Oh, no. Oh, no. I'm gonna need to move you around a little bit. I think you need to go here and no, I was in the game. I just realized that oh dear. Oh, I just realized I don't have the BGM running on this, which I probably should fix. Does this actually come through? No, it doesn't for some reason. Why aren't you coming through? I thought I had the correct one selected here, but apparently not. Let me try to quickly fix this, and then yeah, that should be the that's already added. Yeah, you should capture this. Oh, you're too quiet. That's a problem. Okay. That should be something you can hear now. But it's a little bit too loud for me, so let's put that down to 10%. And let's drag you up. Actually, let's put you down even further. And then let's drag you up a little bit. That should be fine. All right. Yeah, I was already in the game. All right. back. Don't really need that. Sell that for holocoins. More stuff to spend on membership. Not that I mean, I'm now at a point where I can't run out of this anymore. Haste is more important than attack, so long as it still scales, and I should probably have a look at how far the P-Foul feathers actually scale. Actually, I will do that real quick. Reine, your P-Foul feathers, they scale how far? Hit limit infinite. Okay, hit cooldown is that. Wasn't there a time before the same time can be hit for the same attack instance again? Attack time 100, 106. I thought that there was a stat for this, or was that just on the old site? I thought all weapons have that. I might have been wrong. Wait, one fires an additional feather in the opposite direction for each feather in the sequence. These feathers have the same stats as the regular feather. From awakened form do not increase the split count of the bonus of enhancement growth. Yeah. Base stats. No, I can't see it. Okay, well. Okay, yeah. I think I saw that included in the old site, but yeah, that was also for the old version. It doesn't want to go up to +8. 45%, like that was the 5th or 6th try? I'm now to the point where I am rolling as well as I do in my D&D games. Still not rolling any super items. The size up stamp. I normally like it, but I don't think it's very good if you only have one weapon. So, yeah, you don't have to adjust that to anything. Going with Halu on this might be very interesting. And I do mean in the Chinese proverb kind of sense. The wind magic does do its thing though. That is very nice. Attack is only at 137. That's not as high as I expected. These are all maxed out. Yeah, attack power. We're gonna go with a little bit of attack power here and there. Are we gonna get it now? Nope, apparently not. No? Please? Yes? No? Hey! +8. That took a lot longer than it had any right to, statistically speaking. Yes, no, no. Haste. And I don't really need you, so go away. Oh, that's the second boss. And it's dead. And it didn't drop anything interesting. Well. Which one of these actually can go into super items? I think it's... Does the sake have a super version? I'd have to look it up right now. We're at a plus 100% crit at a 203% attack. I feel like Reine kind of likes target-rich environments. Oh god. Oh yeah. I know that the super items can be used. The question was, did it have one? I couldn't remember. Do I need more HP? Well, I could use a little bit more. I know. The minimum that I need is 1, so... %. It's getting interesting. We might not be able to get the stage 10. Not the way that I've been rolling. Oh yeah, Halu on this would be a bit of a challenge. Do you run Halu in your I want to say challenge builds, but they're not. Your leaderboard builds? Ooh. Additional projectiles. Better than a 30% chance to win? And you only get 2 additional projectiles, but it does reflect back as well, so it's actually 4 additional projectiles. But they do lose the benefits. I did look that up. They do scale down the enhancements and growth bonuses. So yeah, I can understand that. Halu is can be a bit of a challenge. I don't think I've ever run Halu on hard levels anyway. It makes it more interesting on the lower ones, but yeah, only if you run everything. Speed upgrade. Oh, there you are. The projectile up is very interesting on multi-shot primaries. Oh, that's a good point. Yeah, the bomb stem would probably be good. Yeah, the projectile up is good on primaries that like trigger special effects on hit, which unfortunately hers doesn't. I'm trying to think which one does. I think Corone does? I can't remember. There were a couple that were quite good with it. Yeah, Reine, probably not the one. Especially multi-shots where you don't get like 5 or 6 or 7 projectiles, but where you get like 3 or 4. So where each individual projectile kind of helps because they are scaled, like the secondary effects are scaled to work with low amount of projectiles. One of the reasons why I prefer haste to like attack up. These guys, I hate these ranged ones. Yeah, ran into that one. Perfect. Speaking of haste, yeah, on multi-item runs, on multi-weapon runs, sure. On this one, I don't think so. Good grief. That's a lot more enemies than I remember there being. Yeah, stamps only affect the main weapons. You are correct. Oh, yeah, I can see why you're wondering. So what I tend to do with full weapon runs is that, especially on weapons where, on main weapons that are exclusive and triggering effects, I'm trying to avoid other weapons that use the same area of attack. Something like the Dragon Breath for like this type of weapon that like fires in a cone in front of you. Kind of overlaps, and if those weapons like the like the collapse, if they do a lot of damage, then you will never trigger the secondary effects. So I tend to use the stamps that help with like area of effect of the main weapon and how often the secondary effects trigger. I tend to use that more in, well, I tend to use that quite a bit in the multi-weapon builds. So something like the size up stamp, the haste, so the ghost stamp, and the what's the other one that I tend to use? Trying to remember what's the third one that I tend to use. I know that the attack up stamp is in there. What's the other stamp? What's the third one that I generally use? Hang on. Now I'm drops. Stamp. There you are. I mean, the collector stamp if I'm going for something that helps. The greed stamp if I find it early build. The haste, the lifesteal if I don't have anything else that helps with that. Yeah, the projectile if I'm using a multi-shot and I wanna like trigger that more often. If I'm doing it not for the damage but for the triggering of secondary effects. Because if you like, let's be honest, if you do a multi-weapon build, the base weapon kind of starts lagging behind fairly quickly. So it's only interesting really if you do spec it on something that has lots of secondary effects. I'm trying to remember which characters actually do have that. I thought Corona might be that. Something like Crony. I think Crony with freeze, that kind of stuff. Yeah, wind magic would work. But since it's the only one, I have to kind of get the healing and the damage in. Yeah, that's why I was debating on whether to do like the crit up stamp or the multi-shot. The projectile up. I think the projectile up would probably... Solo stamp? Really? That's the thing? Is that something you can select somewhere, or do you mean like you just drop everything else and ignore all other stamps? Oh, I never got to +11. +12, sure. Oh, that one, yeah. That's true. Oh, that's a good one. Yeah, I was wondering, they still count in this, right? This still counts as 5 empty slots. Huh. I think I accidentally deleted that. That would have been a good one, yeah. Out of habit, I think I just deleted that when it dropped. Ah, that's a good one. And we've got the bomb stamp. I want to try that out, actually. Yeah. What kind of muscle memory? Hundreds. Oh, because of the sake, I assume. That we dropped a little bit of attack rate. Attack power. The pacifist one. The pacifist one is a difficult one. I'm not a big fan of that. I think the pacifist one is best on like big AoE attacks right in front of your character. We're gonna leave you here for now. Kind of want to try to improve you. The trumpet. Yeah, haste. I don't really need you. We get enough coins as it is. These guys. Is that better? I like the damage. The bomb does trigger a lot. Not gonna lie. I'm not quite sure it gives more than the crit improve would give. I mean, it is essentially the. Is it the same? 30% chance to cause an explosion that hits him for 30% of the. I mean, that's AoE. That's just single target. 30% more damage on a crit, though. I guess for bosses, this one would be better. So I can just swap it out now. And for masses of enemies, we're talking about... we are at the 20-minute mark, so I should probably sell this now, if I want to benefit from it. And let's try to upgrade a couple more times. Nope. And I'm going to assume nope. Nope. I'm so bad at evading this kind of stuff. Oh, God. It's a good thing that I got the speed upgrades that I got. And that's it. Hey! Oh, that was already enough. Okay. Oh, GWS pill, that's what it was. Yeah. Yeah, because I only triggered the special once per boss, so it's fine. Without the upgraded recovery of something like Idle Dress. Is it called Idle Dress? What is it called? Idle Costume. You can't really do this multiple times per boss. I think it's like barely not enough. But GWS pill is a good call. Yeah, and I think GWS pill, getting rid of this. What else? What else? Oh yeah, I didn't get to use Focus Shade this time because of Sake. Sake got in the way of that. This is better for multiple weapons, I think. For her, I would probably go with this. Sake, Promise Tiara, Focus Shade, Membership, that's 4. Beetle is 5, GWS 6. It means no healing. But yeah, I think you could probably still manage with that. Yeah, the weapons don't matter at that stage. Huh. It was interesting. Alright, let's see, who's actually next on the list? Fandoms. Ooh, Anya. Anya. Let's hop over to the browser and let's have a look at Anya. How did I end up over here? Do we have a direct link to her genmates? No, unfortunately not. Yeah, I mean, I'm not aiming for stage 5, but I think I'm gonna go with the single weapon build. I like it quite a lot. Oh, she's a melee, isn't she? Doesn't it say in here? Oh, there, it's up there. But I gotta get used to this new layout. Oh, on her page. Oh yeah, you're right. They did take that from the old site. Okay. So fly toward the enemy. Okay. Oh no, that's fly forward, not toward the enemy. Summon large carrier blade from under up to 4 targets within Anya's pickup range. So pickup range could be interesting for her. Anya transforms into a living dagger, become invincible. Yeah, invincibility. That's actually not a bad choice. Might not be long enough. Yeah, 10 seconds is not long enough for that. Debugger, living weapon, and slumber. Increase pickup range. If a target is within her pickup range, melee weapons have a chance to cause targets to become glitched. Breastplate could be an option. May take 1 or 2 extra hits per attack. Oh. But that is only relevant if you can actually hit the enemy with your weapon. I can't remember what this looked like. It's been too long. So that might need some adaptation after the first run. Increase pickup range. So maybe taking 1 or 2 pickup range items might be an option. Defeating times may grant 1 stack of sharpen up to 50. That doesn't scale. Every 10 stacks, increase attack by 5% and creates a sharp aura. Defeating the target may grant 1 stack. 10 stacks, increase attack by 5% and creates a sharp aura which deals 60% jump per 10 stacks. Oh god. They couldn't try more math in here if they tried. When hit, Anya loses 5 stacks. Okay, so don't get hit. Ideally. Is that the only way to lose stacks? Okay. And what scales? The attack scales and the damage dealt per 10 stacks. Okay, that scales. Well, it's alright. This is I like this one. This feels unique. This is just you gain stacks and deal damage kind of thing, which is me. We're not moving for one. Oh, I see what you mean. We're not moving for 1 second. Reduce all target speed by 70. All targets, so all enemies, I assume. Then every 2 seconds, Anya heals 9 HP and gains up to 10 stacks of resting, which reduces damage taken by 5%, but also reduce all damage dealt by 7%. The healing scales up. This does not scale up, and I assume that Shackles doesn't remove this, because I think Shackles explicitly states only item negatives. We don't need this page anymore, so let's have a look at items. Reduce negative of any items placed on the player. Yeah. Nee. No skills, unfortunately. And yeah, no trivia stating that it might. All right. Hang on. Stage 5 is the pirate island, isn't it? So the mid boss. So not even Picora. Oh dear, who was the mid boss? Who was the mid boss on stage 5? Stages. List of stages, regular stages, stage 5, Fantasy Island. Oh, did it say here? Oh, Nanora! Ooh! Ooh! Yeah! Yeah, I remember. Oh, she was pain. Yeah, you definitely do need speed. Oh. Ooh. Huh. Hmm. Yeah. We have no stats and details on any of these. I would love to see some. Yeah. Energy drink. I mean, I can see that. I can see that helping. I think if I had to choose a character out of that, oh, is she actually in there? Yeah, I think she is. I would probably be running Ollie for that one out of the three of them, just because dying actually helps her, so it's not quite as bad. But yeah, with Anya, I can see why that might be a bit of a struggle. Right. Uh, I wish we had more trivia for the skills of Anya, because knowing which items affect these would be quite interesting. I mean, okay, healing, obviously, healing items affect this. What do they mean by all targets? I assume all enemies on screen. Uh, gain 10 damage, reduce damage, gain 10 and gain up to 10 stacks of resting, which is taken by 5%. Is that 5% per stack, or is that 5% per 10 stacks? All damage dealt by 7%. I'm gonna assume that is per 10 stacks. After waking up, Anya can sleep again for 2 seconds. So if you move, she wakes up. Only using the recommended? The recommended what? Oh! Oh yeah, I saw that. Hang on. Let me jump over to the game. Like if you go in here, if you go into play and select where's Anya? There she is. And select a stage, it goes recommended upgrades. Okay. Only that. All of them for all characters. And he's complaining about Kyla. Right. And I bet he didn't even get an achievement for that. I mean, he's the one that builds the achievements, but I bet he didn't include that. Uh... Yeah, you can tell he's a fan, can't you? Yeah, I mean, yeah. Special attack stamps and all supports are allowed. Yeah, but still, I mean, I'm sorry, but yeah, the fact that he's complaining about Kyla, uh, sounds slightly hypocritical at that point. Oh dear. All right. We don't have to worry about weapons. What are we gonna build with her? She's not really crit build. She doesn't need crit, I don't think. Yeah. I can see that. I don't think you can really beat stage 4 without doing supports. Like maybe with one of those ridiculous, like super defensive builds that people do for, like the infinite levels. But yeah, I don't think anything like any normal player would do that without supports. Is it worth increasing pickup range for her? Like just pickup range? No, but if you do, you also want to do attack size. So nightly milk might work. She's a melee build, so this doesn't help. Ninja headband, speed and increase 5% is a little bit low. Does it actually? Yeah, I checked earlier. It does count as a melee. I am wondering whether any of these skills count as like damaging skills, like whether Beetle works on them, because this only is character skill attacks. Like, does glitched count for that? Living weapon increases attack, but it doesn't. Well, maybe the sharp aura, because that deals. Yeah, that's kind of where I need the added info that sadly isn't on this. Overviews and tips. Oh, I missed that. Someone can prevent damage reduction in current highs out of any character skill in the game. Body pillow, breastplate, and membership can be used to further enhance her damage reduction. Okay, so that's definitely an option. Body pillow, breastplate, membership. Oh, and take 10% less damage. Yeah, okay. Body pillow, it's okay. Does it matter to her? I don't think it does. She gets automatic healing and damage reduction, so that's actually pretty good. There we go. Awakened Keres and Debugger benefit from increased pickup range and thus can have their range improved using Nightly Milk and Limiter along with the pickup range upgrade from the shop. Yeah, it doesn't mention it in the tips, so I'm gonna assume that the living weapon does not count as an attack as such. I mean, it does create a sharp aura which deals 60% damage per 10 stacks to targets when hit. When hit, Onion loses 5 stacks. Yeah, even then, for a single one, I don't think it's worth it. I don't think the glitched counts. So yeah. Anya can struggle to deal with enemy projectiles, especially on more difficult levels where enemies that shoot projectiles are stronger and come in large waves. To counter this, players can use barbecue squid. Oh, that's a food that you have to make in the Hollow Hours, okay. The quick dash support item to move out of the way of them while maintaining buffs or... Oh, quick dash doesn't interrupt sleep? Huh. Interesting. Absolute Wall? Well, we are not gonna run that. Pacifist Stamp? We could run that. Projectile Shield. Projectile Shield is alright if I go on the map with lots of enemies. Especially since she already has healing, so that would be an interesting idea. Yeah. It's weird that they moved that into their own section. Okay. So... I think we're gonna keep breastplate, we're gonna go with Nightly Milk. I'm not too big of a fan to going with limiter, but it does mention that the awakened form actually does stuff with the... Oh! Oh, the awakened Keres is actually... it's interesting that he calls that a Keres because it should be a Kliss from the image. Okay, summon a large Keres blade from under up to 4 targets within Anya's pickup range. So that then damages within the pickup range. So that makes it very interesting. That actually makes this one very interesting. Well, I say very interesting. This means it actually diffuses the area in which you attack. And I don't think it actually increases the attack itself, just the range. So do you want that to be a big range at that stage? I mean, this can push it up to being like screen filling. Huh. Is that counted by glitched? Not really. So do you really want that? We're gonna see how much is left afterwards, after we now reduce this down to the minimum. The beetle isn't worth it. Membership could be worth it. Breastplate would be interesting. Nightly milk is interesting. Promised tiara. If we want to keep that, if not, then not. Crit is not that interesting. Increased damage for all the skill attacks. Okay, so we can choose another one, because this one will go away. We could go with body pillow. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We have one more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Really, we do have one more. Study glasses for faster increase, just bandage for a little bit of healing. We could go for a healing item. Well, no, she has healing. What am I talking about? She does have healing. I mean, this would be better with more weapons. But this could trigger glitched multiple times. Right? And this does scale. So this does give us a ton of haste. How many negatives do we have in here? We have the breastplate, we have the membership. Is it worth doing a Kusugaki Shackles build with her? If we get this as well? We could drop something else and get us something that gives us negatives instead. Critical hit damage isn't really worth it. I mean, we could go Halu and Kusugaki Shackles, because Halu reduces the 5% stronger, or the strength increase. At least it should. Before I try that, I'm gonna read up on the wiki if that actually applies. Is Halu affected by Kusugaki Shackles? Behavior. Trivia. No? Kusu. Doesn't affect Halu. Yeah, that's what I was afraid of. Interacts include breastplate, candy, kingdom sweets, energy drink, face mask, gorill's paw, hope soda, injection type, membership, raven feather. Oh, that's the one that I don't have, isn't it? Is that an item? It is an item. But it must be the one that I don't have then. Oh, I see. I see. Did they change the wording of that as a result? Because in the wiki, it's not the that is not the wording that they used. Yeah, placed on the player. Yeah, placed on the player. It's not the item placed on the player, it's the negative effect of an item placed on the player. Yeah. I see. That does make sense. I thought I had the Raven Feather unlocked. Is that really the last item that I don't have yet? Requires cleaning stage mode and reviving with a chicken feather exactly 3 times in a single run. Which I admit I have never done. Huh. Okay. Well. I'm getting sidetracked. Let's see. Breastplate would apply. Candy Kingdom. Energy drink would be an option for that. Gorilla's Paw? Gorilla's Paw was a melee thing, wasn't it? Nah. Yeah, I mean, again, I was only doing like multi-weapon runs beforehand, so admittedly, the games where I did die, I wasn't intending to die. So yeah, I think I gave that to Ollie at some point, and I then never even died once with her. So that was a wasted slot. Holocoin lost only membership. Hope Soda is not really good for her. Gorilla's Paw doesn't really attack damage multiplied by 1.2 times, but lose 20% crit chance. Okay. Face mask, multiply all damage and increase haste by 10%, take 30% more damage. Again, a haste increase. Is it worth... I don't think it's worth specking into that. Like, we have 2 items. Well, 3 items that we would naturally take. God, I'm indecisive today. I mean... that's not worth it. Injection type as a Coco actually works with that. It could be... we could really cheese this if we use the Kusugaki Shackles here. Ignore the Promised Tiara. Ignore the Limiter. I mean, we can take the Limiter as the only item that doesn't have a negative. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then Kusugaki Shackles. No, I do want to take Mighty Milk. So 10% haste, speed by 40%, but reduce max HP. So would this be better? Or would this be better? Haste 10%. This is a huge attack bonus. Haste and speed. Pickup, I don't wanna sack the pickup range, to be entirely honest. I don't think I'm gonna do the negative compensation. It is 3 items that have a negative, but they're not really that problematic for what we're gonna run. So yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 1 more. Could just run this and be fine with that. Let's go like this. It's fine. Alright, so Nightly Milk, Candy Kingdom Sweets, Limiter, Promise Tiara, Breastplate, Membership. That's it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Alright. And that's what we're gonna do next time. Alright. Well, thanks for keeping me company. It was very fun. Thanks for directing me towards the single weapon builds. That really made things interesting. And I guess next time I will run Anya. And we'll see how her build works, and maybe I will try the all negative items and then Kusugaki Shackles on top. Could be fun. But yeah, with her kind of using the pickup range, I'm not quite sure that is the best choice for her. I might look around for a character that actually can benefit more from that. Alright. Well, thanks a bunch for keeping me company. But I will end the stream here, because it is getting, well, early, to be entirely honest. Not just late, but early for me. So, I have no idea when I'm gonna do the next game. I know it's not tomorrow. Well, today. I know it's not on Wednesday because I have a D&D session today, and then on Thursday, maybe on Friday, I'm gonna have to check. But I will definitely get back into Holocure and try to complete this. So yeah, thanks for keeping me company, and I'll see you next time. Until then, bye bye.